internal party activities, particularly with the Independent National Electoral Commission involved. Now let's take a look at what other top stories are saying. Okay, Royal Row, Alafi may publish Supreme Court ruling after 48 hours ultimatum. Now 179 ASPs disqualify as police promote 952 officers. Okay, now let's see. NBA report, Deleke demands federal government unblock Osun's allocation. Let's see what the other top headlines are saying. On our international news, Russian strikes kills 1, injure dozens in Ukraine. Lawmakers raise the alarm over insecurity in Nasarawa. So let's take a look at that insecurity story. Let's take a look at the details of that. The Nasarawa State House of Assembly has raised the alarm over rising cases of insecurity in the state, especially kidnapping. Speaker of the House, Dr. Danladi Jatel, stated this on Wednesday after the member representing Lafia Central constituency, Solomon Akwashiki, raised the issue as a matter of public interest during the House proceedings in Lafia. The Speaker called on security agencies in the state to utilize the anti-kidnapping law passed by the House to curb kidnapping in the state. He also expressed concern over complicity with the continuous act of kidnapping, worrying that the state was gradually become a kidnapping den. Okay, what are the other headlines from Punch? How Igbo trader trafficked 14 Adamawa children to Anambra. This is coming from Fintiri. Katsina mosque terror attack that will hit 32. Let's take a look at the details of that story. There we go. Now, the death toll for Tuesday's dawn terror attack at worshippers at the Unguwan Mantau community in Malumfashi local government area of Katsina state has risen to 32. The assailants, identified as bandits, stormed the community mosque at about 5 a.m. while residents were observing Fajr prayers. They opened fire on the worshippers in what officials described as a reprisal attack. Other reports had put the number of dead at 13. However, during a condolence visit to the community on Wednesday by a state government delegation, it was confirmed that 32 people had lost their lives, while an unverified number of residents were abducted. Some of the kidnapped victims were later rescued following a swift air strike by the Air Force officer, which disrupted the attackers' movement. Others scattered in the ensuing confusion and are now receiving treatment in hospitals. Okay, what are the other headlines? Federal government to earn $200 billion revenue from Lekki Port. That's coming from Oyetola. Okay, from Punch, let's move over to the nations, where the major headlines there is Nigeria projects $1 billion in trade investment from Japan summit. Let's take a look at details of that. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Now, Nigeria's participation at the ongoing Tokyo International Conference on African Development, TICAD9 in Yokohama, Japan, is anchored on an ambitious mission to attract over $1 billion in trade and investment. President Wike-makinde said he and his team aim to accelerate green innovation and industrial growth, expand opportunities for youth, and position the country as the heart and gateway to West Africa's vast market. Noting the need for peace and attract investment, he vowed to tackle the underlying causes of terror and praised the armed forces for their effort. According to him, a victory over terror will come not only through the might of the armed forces, but through reforms that deny extremism fertile ground. In a post on its verified handle at official bats at official ABAT, President Tinubu underscored the central goal of his trip, noting that Nigeria was not attending CICAD 9 as a passive participant, but as a continental leader with clarity of purpose. Okay, let's take a look at what the other headlines are saying from the nation. Let's see. June, the federal government attracting foreign investment. Still follow up to the Japan summit we just finished reading. 13 million social media accounts shut down. Let's take a look at this story now, shall we? Okay, leading global platforms Google, Microsoft, and TikTok have shut down and deactivated more than 30 million social media accounts. Also taken down were 58.9 million contents considered as obscene. The National Information Technology Development Agency (NITDA) said the measures were in line with the Nigeria's Code of Practice for online platforms. The code highlighted efforts by social media platforms to mitigate online harm. In a statement yesterday by its Corporate Communications and Media Relations Director Ajia Adisa Umar, the NITDA said 13,559,057 accounts have been shut down for posting offensive content and violating the Code of Practice guiding social media usage. The statement was jointly issued by the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC), the NITDA, and the National Broadcast Commission (NBC). The accounts, the statement noted, were said to have breached the rules regarding platforms such as TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Let's see what the other headlines are saying. Let's see. Okay. Repair of Rivers Assembly Complex near completion. Aspirant linked to FCT minister get APC's tickets for Rivers Council. 11 discos owe federal government 2.7 trillion naira. Wow. Sokoto Senator empowers 3,000 women constituents. Nigeria projects $1 billion. Okay, we've read that before. Let's see what the other headlines are saying. Adeleke's defection drama set stone for 2026 pool. And Ogun 2027 waiting for Yayi Adeola. Okay, and to sports. Thankful Brown Idea takes final bow from football. And then to business news, 11 discos. Okay, we've said that before. And federal government, all varsities to be energy sufficient next year. Okay, those are the major headlines from the nations. From the nations, we move over to the Sun. Okay, what is the major headlines for the Sun? Let's see. Okay, outrage trail planned pay rise for Tinubu and others. That's the major headlines. You can also call it the cover story. And for other headlines, 2027 Obi Atiku alignment threat to APC support base. Party chieftain. Let's take a look at details of that story now, shall we? Let's see what it says. Okay, chieftain of the All Progressives Congress APC Dominic Alancha has said an alignment between Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar could deplete the support base of the ruling party in the 2027 elections. Obi and Atiku are part of the coalition platform of the African Democratic Congress ADC to wrestle power from President Bola Tinubu in 2027. In an interview, Alancha advised Tinubu to drop the Muslim ticket formula ahead of the 2027 election. According to him, retaining the formula would mean giving the opposition a campaign tool. Alancha added that if Obi and Atiku come together, it could mean the reduction of the APC support base, given the votes both men could amass. Okay, let's end it there. What are the other major headlines from the Sun? IGP approves 2 area commands, upgrades 5 police stations to divisions in Benue. NCC partners NGF to accelerate broadband expansion. Let's see the details of that story. while we're waiting for the details of that to load, Obi Slam AFC over 100% pay rise proposal for politicians. Okay, of course, that story is already getting lots of attention. Now, the executive vice chairman and CEO of NCC, Aminu Maida, and NGF's DG Abdulateef Shitu during a courtesy visit to NGF Secretariat, the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) and the Nigerian Governors Forum (NGF) Secretariat in Abuja have reaffirmed a shared commitment to expanding broadband access, securing critical national information infrastructure and CNII, and advancing the digital economy across Nigeria's state. In a statement by the NGF's Director Media and Strategic Communications, Yunus Abdullahi, the partnership was forged when the executive vice chairman and CEO of the NCC, Aminu Maida, led a delegation to visit the NGF secretariat in Abuja yesterday. Maida commended the NGF for its collaborative spirit, saying, quote, "The openness of the NGF to engage with us reflect a shared belief in the impact the digital solutions can have on subnational development." He stressed the urgent need for alignment between national and subnational digital infrastructure, calling it a game changer for Nigeria's digital economy. A significant concern highlighted by Maida was the right-of-way fees currently set at 145 per linear 145 naira per linear meter, which he described as a major impediment for telecom companies. He appealed to the state government to waive or reduce the fees to facilitate the deployment of fiber optic networks, emphasizing that the right-of-way is a critical element in opening up the digital economy, and this lies within the purview of the state. Okay, what are the other headline stories? Let's see. Okay, realities of Canadian court declaration of APC PDP as a terrorist organization. Former Sokoto PDP financial secretary defects to APC. Lagos Labour Party leadership disowns Dr. Dayo Ekong, reaffirms suspension. And on to business, Nigeria's corporate FX inflows rose to $1.2 billion in July. That's according to a report. NICOM launches redesigned website. Okay, we have this for one or two of our newspaper yesterday, or was it 2 days ago, I think. Okay, that's all we have for you from the Sun. From the Sun, we move over to this day, where let's see what the major headlines are. Okay. In Japan, Tinubu salutes Nigerian military's momentum against insecurity. That's the major headlines coming from this day. Let's see what the other headlines are saying. Wike-makinde approves Ladoja as the 44th Olubadan installation hosts September 26. And REA Delta partner on off-grid power plan to raise state GDP by $2.9 billion. Now to other headline stories. NCC and governors forge partnership to boost Nigeria's digital economy. That's the same thing, some headline stories from the Sun. Of course, this is this day. Tinubu approves 45 billion naira for FCT water project. That's one of the Sun's major headlines. Ethiopian Airlines to add 3 extra flights to Abuja from October 28. Okay, and on to business. Let's see. Bagudu, federal government reaffirms already restoring stability and driving diversification. That from the Sun. From this day, rather. From this day, we'll move over to Daily Post. Now, what are the major headlines for Daily Post? WAEC bastardizing Nigerian education process. Stakeholders rule 2025 WASC outcome. Let's take a look at details of that story. Okay, let's see. Okay. Stakeholders in the education sector are still reacting to the recent results of the 2025 West African Senior School Certificate Examination (WASC) released by the West African Examinations Council (WAEC). Daily Post reports that WAEC had on August 4 released the 2025 WASC results for school candidates. The West African Examinations Council is pleased to confirm candidates who sat WASC for school candidates 2025 at the result has officially been released today, Monday, August 4, 2025. That's according to that's a quote from WAEC. Now, but the Post report that out of the 1,969,313 candidates who sat for the examination, only 754,545 candidates, representing 38.32%, obtained credit and above in a minimum of 5 subjects, including English language and mathematics. Meanwhile, recalling that 2024 WASC 72.12% of candidates obtained credit and above in a minimum of 5 subjects, including English language and mathematics, which was a 33.8% decrease in performance. The mass failure had attracted strong criticism, with parents and some groups calling for the cancellation of some of the papers, especially English language and mathematics. Stakeholders are also demanding independent investigations into the matter and overhaul of the council's management team. According to them, subjecting WASC standardized evaluation for secondary school leavers and basic requirement for tertiary institution admission to trial and error is unacceptable. That are the major headlines for Daily Post. Other headlines, let's see. Naira records 3 consecutive depreciations against US dollars. That's for the business. Let's see. Nigeria Consul General in Cameroon, Ambassador Taufik Kuka, is dead. Oh, okay. Let's see what the other headlines are saying. Ladojas excel as Olubadan Sultan. Ladoja will excel as Olubadan, according to Sokoto Sultan of Sokoto. Pardon. Oguneche Mba making big contribution despite NYC lady incident. That's according to Soludo. Okay, let's see. We go to Daily Trust. 70,000 naira minimum wage cannot lift Nigerians out of poverty. That's according to a report from US. And IBB at 84 and his fire dance with the Nigerian press. Newcastle make improved 40 million pound bid for striker. Where I say that's on sports. Let's see if we can get some other headline stories from 15 farmers killed in fresh Plateau attack. That's a terrible one. Terrible one. A gunman killed 4 family members in Benin Gwari. All these are the major headlines from Daily Trust. Okay, let's quickly take a look at one, because Rufai Hussein is on standby to help us analyze the stories. Let's see. Vanguard, anger over planned pay rise for political office holders. That's the major headlines from Vanguard. And economy out of ICU, citizens still in pain, according to NECA. Okay, let's see. NEMASA moves to reduce maritime air pollution through MAPOL enforcement. And then Nigeria's production output yet to match potential. That's according to NNPCL. Moratorium on new universities, better late than never. Let's see. While leadership development must integrate mental health, according to Nena Uneke, a psychiatrist. Okay, a federal government raises GDP targets to 5%, far ahead of IMF projection. Okay, that's all we have time for from our newspaper review. That you can go to a stand, and we're close to you, and obtain any of these newspaper of your choice, and of course educate yourself, be it in politics or business or sports, whatever your interests are. You can get them from a national daily. Just go to newspaper stand and get any of this. Okay, now it's time for us to link up with Rufai Husseini to help us analyze a newspaper.
You see, when we say people are wasting their time in all these international conferences and we berate Nigeria's preparation for all these conferences, people think that we are joking. You can see at the conference in Japan, TICAD, Nigerian boots, a Nigerian man filmed the Nigerian boot. And his revelation made us understand that the Nigerian investment boots that are supposed to be a hub to market Nigeria at the Japan Africa Conference TICAD is not even opened. And the Ministry of Information now had the audacity to tell us that the booth will be inaugurated a day to the end of the conference. So the question is, what did they go do there? And these are the problems we keep complaining about every time in this country. You can see how leadership fails us. You can see how leadership is not even responsive to the plights of our people. You can see our leadership does not even think of the well-being of Nigerians. It's a sad one. It's a very sad light for Nigeria. And such a conference like that, and that's why when I was saying that, you see, all these conferences, we don't gain anything out of them. It's just a waste of our time going to those conferences. Because the West, they know what they want to do. They are concerned with our mineral resources. So anything you go to talk to them about value-added goods, they will say they've heard. They are more concerned about their own prosperity rather than yours. So the truth is, we need to look deeply. Then we finally went there, and our booth is not open. This is the same conference where President Tinubu at the Tokyo International Conference for Africa Development is boasted that Nigeria's brave armed forces can win any number of battles. Yes, it's good to go and praise and promote our army. But what about things as basic as a booth? You can't see Nigeria properly manning its booth at a conference of that nature. So, what do we want for our country? You see, these are the questions we keep asking. What do we want for our country if you can't man a booth correctly? And these are the problems we keep having. There's another story making the rounds about a minister in Nigeria. West African Weekly released a report of some property he acquired in America. And you see, these are the same ministers that they are saying they want to increase their salary. But they are rich enough to acquire over $2 million worth of property in America. This was the same minister that he released documents about how he appropriated land to his family members in Abuja. So you can see the way things are being done in this country. But in one breath, we are making a case for them. Oh, let's do it in such a way that they would be giving more money. That if they give them more money, it will shield them off any corrupt tendencies. I know. But what is about it that they cannot come and serve this country? And it speaks volumes. Benga Daniel and Dr. Abiodun are at it again. In fact, Benga Daniel, we hear, has been suspended. He said he conducted anti-party activities. Their fight has been on leading up to this last election. In fact, the governor at some point was talking about demolishing Benga Daniel's house. And both of these people are at it. They are fighting. We just hope They are able to allow cool heads prevail. But you see, the thing about politicians, when they fight, it's best just to look at them from afar, because they fight about their own interests. And that's the sad reality. They fight about their own interests. When the going is good, Gbenga Daniel and Akpabio used to be very good friends. Only God knows what is happening now. The House of Representative Committee has summoned 11 discos to explain the debt of 2.6 trillion to the Federation accounts. The resolution was reached during an investigative hearing chaired by Rep. Bamdele Salam following a review of 2021 audit reports. So, the managing director of MBET, Nigerian Bulk Electricity Trading Company, who appeared before the company, confirmed the liability supported by MBET documents showing that the debt profile as at September 30, 2020, Abuja Disco was owing 330 billion, Eko Disco 231 billion, Benin Disco 233 billion, Benugu Disco 258 billion, Kano Disco 211 billion. They also flagged irregularities in the power sector, including 30 billion uncollected debt from MBET operators and a 549 million shortfall and a 1% income from institutional charges, 100 billion paid to JESCO for electricity not delivered to the national grid, 26 billion owed by 2 foreign firms for electricity exports, and many other things. Because only recently the government was talking about paying these GSCOs about 4 trillion plus legacy debts. But now we are hearing that they too are also owing the government. So, I mean, it's just a shocking one. And another shocking revelation is that of Mele Kyari. And I think the EFCC should get to the root of the matter. We must also bring the case forward of some of the people that have been arrested from the Obasanjo library raid by the EFCC. Some family members of those people have contacted me and they claim that their people are innocent, that they've done the forensic check on their phone. But when I called EFCC to get their own side of the story, EFCC did say otherwise. They said, in fact, that most of them are going to face the full wrath of the law because they were implicated, and that they had seen incriminating evidence against them, and they are going to be charging them to court in batches. So the family of those people are saying, no, our people are innocent too. They just apprehended them. Anyway, a lot of people are also accusing the FCC of high-handedness. That, take for instance, when they came to Ogun State, they did touch base with the state police command and the likes before they went ahead with this their activity carried out at Olusegun Obasanjo Library. EFCC is placing Mele Kyari on watch lists. And there's an ongoing probe of 7.2 billion refinery turnaround maintenance. The question is, we need to know what transpired. So, anyway, Dele Oyewole has not successfully answered his phone and has not replied messages sent to him about the Mele Kyari matter. Maybe he doesn't want to be quoted. But that conversation is on as we speak, and it's being reported that Mele Kyari is being investigated. We'd like to get to the root of the matter. We'd like to get to the end of that matter, and we must see how it pans out. But we must also see how the money was being spent, because we cannot have a society where we don't account for monies that are being spent, especially when it concerns all of us. Like I said before, the fight between the Oni and the Alaafin, please, for the sake of decorum, should be settled out of public eye. And the former governor for your states will be made Olubadan very soon. Lamidi Aliwo Oluladoja will be made Olubadan very soon. In fact, he's going to be crowned the 44th Olubadan on the 26th of September. Moscow, on the international scene, Moscow has said it must be part of any international talks on Ukraine security as Russia continues to stall on Donald Trump's push for a meeting. You know, I said the other day that if you believe that Putin wants peace, then you must be delusional. Now, Moscow, Russia is saying that they want to be part of any security guarantee talks. And they've been stalling on Trump's push for a meeting between Vladimir Putin and Zelensky. So Trump that thought that he could get Putin to do a deal, that was going to whisper in Macron's ears that, oh, Putin is going to do a deal. I'm sure he has seen that the joke is on him. In fact, Sergei Lavrov, he was saying on West, that's the Russian foreign minister, that Moscow must be included on any talks on Ukraine security, dismissing European diplomacy as aggressive escalation and a clumsy effort to sway Trump. To discuss security guarantees seriously without Russia is a road to nowhere, Lavrov said during a working visit to Jordan. Russia is not supposed to be part of the conversation about security guarantees. That's supposed to be done between the Americans and the Europeans. But you can see Russia is now trying to stall all of this conversation. That's why Lavrov is saying they must be part of the security guarantee. So it's going to be a tall order and a very long road for them.
That was Rufai Husseini helping us to analyze the newspaper review. Quickly, we're joined by Dr. Dayo Kayode. He's a political technocrat to further analyze the newspaper for us. Hello, good morning, Dr. Kayode.
Yes, good morning. How are you today?
Very fine, thank you. Now, let's start this morning with major headlines from Punch, where it says, just give me a moment. Okay, now the headlines are saying 2027 showdown, Wike-makinde rift threatens high state PDP convention. Now, there are strong indications that the November National Convention of the People's Democratic Party scheduled for Ibadan, your state, may be derailed following a threat by the Federal Capital Territory in Nyesom Wike, Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike, to halt the event. Wike's opposition to the convention is believed to be the result of his rift with his erstwhile ally, Governor Wike-makinde of your state, and other unresolved issues in the party. What do you make of that story?
You see, let me start with these two Yoruba proverbs, which I will also interpret. Our elders in Yoruba will say, "Rikishi pa wọ́n pọ̀, wọ́n dọ̀rẹ́." That means connivance against a particular thing brought some people together, and they are now friendly. When that connivance is now unraveled, what do you think will happen to their friendship? There's another one. Ilé tí a bá fi tọ́mọ ìlú máa ń wò. That is to say, any relationship built on lies without any foundation will just fall down like a pack of cards. And that is exactly what is happening between Wike and Makinde. The two of them thought that during the last election, they can strangulate PDP to do their bidding. Unfortunately, the issue led to loss of electoral value by PDP. And some of us, including me, that has been a member of PDP since 1999, resigned. And then we decided to leave the party for them. Now, look at the two of them now. They are now jostling to be the controller of PDP. I mean, this is people now talking about impunity. That we not allow anything that impunity. I'm against it. How about him? Is it not impunity for him as a party member of PDP to be campaigning against PDP candidates? Is that not impunity? Is it not impunity for him to be serving under government of opposition to PDP? Is that not impunity? So what are you talking about? What has brought them together is scattering them now. We are all watching, and we can see.
And the party is suffering from it because PDP was supposed to be a viable opposition candidate. I mean, before this issue, they were the biggest political party in Nigeria until APC came into power.
Even in Africa.
And what the Nigerians are going through under APC, Nigerians would have expected that PDP would have given APC a run for their money, but the rift between Wike and Makinde is threatening to, basically destroy the party. Yes,
you see, there is no doubt about it that PDP presently is facing disintegration, and the rot in PDP has led to the emergence of PDP. Because many of us that had made PDP what it has been had left. So what is the meaning of PDP? PDP cannot be a viable opposition to APC. Because PDP has been turned to a branch of APC. So what do you expect? Do you expect Wike to join the PRO of PDP to be throwing banters at APC? It won't happen. Neither will Makinde also do that. Because Makinde has said that he's going to support Tinubu second term bid. So what do you expect? How can that all be a viable opposition now to APC? Anybody thinking that PDP is going to be a viable opposition to APC, the person is just living in a life of paradise. So forget about that. PDP can never be a viable opposition again to APC.
And of course, the APC, the ADC rather, that people thought, okay, look at the political heavyweights in the coalition, and were expected that, okay, this will finally, since PDP is dead, since LP is dead, APC will, ADC rather, should be like a strong opposition against the APC, but ADC having their own issues. We don't know where what will become of the Obi Atiku alliance. Chieftains, the party chieftain have said Obi Atiku alliance a threat to APC support base. That's according to the Sun. But then it's neither here or there. The ADC has been has been tagged an Atiku alliance, so we don't know what's going on there. We're not even sure if Peter is still in the ADC alliance anymore.
I will also tell you in Yoruba parlance that says afi filaperi ojo kan ni ye ma mo. That is to say, the person that is using a cap to kill the elephant, it is only one day that his name will be glorified. The following day they say, it's normal. So leave ABC as if now to the world of the speculators. Whatever is happening in ADC, just keep on watching. The most important thing is INEC has come out to authenticate the neck, the leadership, the present leadership of ADC. I don't know whether you have been reading that in the paper. INEC has come out. Anything other than that, I mean, forget. Whether anybody is speculating Atiku Obi, whether anybody is speculating Rufai and Rotimi Amechi, leave them to that. When we get to the bridge, you people will see how ADC is crossing.
I mean, what bridge are we talking about? They failed woefully at the by-election.
The bridge of upcoming convention. That's the bridge. That's where you will see whether
you're talking about ADC convention.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm talking of ADC convention. It's upcoming. It's upcoming. That is when you will see the unity that the leaders of ADC had brought to that particular party as the next opposition party to APC, and the next party that by God's grace will take the mantle of leadership of this country come 2027.
What do you think the ADC what difference do you think the ADC convention will make? Is it that Atiku will finally step down for Peter Obi, or is it that Peter Obi will now agree to become vice president of Atiku against the obedience movement? What difference do you think the convention will make? Because one thing is for sure, the Obi and Atiku alliance is going to be a strong one, but we don't know what form the alliance will take. Now that is where the confusion is coming from.
Yeah, let the people be confused now, because definitely you know that one, I don't work for Peter Obi, neither am I working for Atiku. So I will not tell you whether one will step down for each other or whether the two will work together. The coming days will dictate what will happen. So let everybody cross their fingers and be watching the way it's going to go. All I know is there is a strong cohesion within ADC from top to bottom. In my own local government, and in the state that I belong to, Lagos State, Ipakojaye, I have been seeing and witnessing a lot of beautiful relationships, a lot of healthy relationships between the aborigines. Let me use that word, if you allow me. The ADC aborigines.
Okay.
And those of us that are coming in to
Dr. Kayode, yes. I apologize. I have to suspend your thoughts there. We have to go for a short commercial break. We'll be right back to continue. Just stay online. Don't go. Just a few seconds.
No problem.
We'll be right back.
No problem. Right.
Yeah, welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Front Page on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I'm still online with Dr. Dayo Kayode, a political technocrat. Hello, sir. Are you still with us? Hello, doctor.
I am with you powerfully.
Okay. So let's move away from that now. Let's go to a lot have been made of this President Bola Tinubu's journey to Japan. What's your thought on that?
You see, it's a recent trip, historic trip to Japan has to do with, according to the news, invitation of the leadership of Japan to all African leaders to come and see how they can collaborate. But mine is this: why is it that the thinking of African leaders are too skewed? Why can't we start having meetings with ourselves and look inward? We have the market, we have the resources, we have the technical know-how, and we also have the human resources. Why are we selling ourselves so cheap to the outside world? It's not about Bola Tinubu now. It's about African leaders. So what can we, let me give you an instance. Look at this issue of lithium. France will come to Nigeria, come to Niger Republic and some other places, and then take away their lithium, use it to go and make a bomb and all that, and they will return that thing to Africa. And it is Africans that buy those things mostly. So what can we be doing that thing here to be able to improve our GDP, to be able to improve the living standard of our people? I mean, okay, why did we have this APA, this trading whatever that was set up by the AU? Why can't we use that and then prop up the economy of Africa? I mean, it's annoying. It's annoying to see what our African leaders are doing with our lives. And that is why somebody like me have been proposing that we the people ourselves should come together and see how we can take the reins of governance from all these people, so that resources of Africa can be developed for African use and can now be used to develop our living standard, develop our economy, develop Africa as children, not a man. You can imagine now, up to the past, we are not talking about Esparcos, that the entourage will take half of Africa. We are not talking about their economy, Japanese economy, that will be improved with the retinue of aid that is following all these African leaders. When they get there now, after their meeting, you see them going on shopping spree, spending our money there again. The money that have been spent, that will have been spent in Africa. Why can't we imitate the Jews? Why can't Africa imitate the Jews? It is appalling, my brother, and it is high time we Africans will take the bull by the horn and do the.
Okay, let's go to another story. The coronation of Olubadan, Ladoja. Now, what do you think of him as the new Olubadan? That's the former Oyo State governor. What do you make of him as the Olubadan of Ibadan land?
Well, interestingly, I have been a lover of that man. That is the Olubadan of Ibadan, His Excellency Baba Ladoja. I always call him Baba Ladoja. You know, he's an obeying man, and we are all witnesses to what he did when he was in the saddle of Oyo State. If he can do that as a governor, I'm very sure he will be ready to do more as the next Olubadan. I want to wish him the very best, and I pray that he will reign long in Ibadan Kingdom. Congratulations, Babaladoja.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dayo Kayode, for your analysis. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
It's my pleasure. You having me today on your program. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you. Thank you. You too. That's Dr. Dayo Kayode, a political technocrat. Now the phone lines are open. The number to call is 0700-903-903-903. Again, 0700-903-903-903 or 003-692-9933. After that, again, 003-692-9933. You can also call or text us via WhatsApp, and number to communicate with us is 081-717-56338. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Tony in Town.
Sorry, I can't hear you clearly.
I'm Mr. Tony in Town.
Mr. Tony?
Yeah.
Calling from?
I'm calling from Kenya.
Okay, talk to us, sir.
Yeah, I've been listening to your program. I've been calling your line, but I couldn't reach you. That's going, and thank God I reached you.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. See, all what you people have been saying, God is deep to me that I should tell the whole Nigeria that we should not be punished. God is going to take control in the year 2035 that the Nigeria will be fixed. You are hearing that?
We can hear you.
So Nigeria should be calm. No matter who government want to come again, it's going to be a promise to Nigeria. That's what God said.
Okay.
2035 will be the greatest year that God is going to fix Nigeria.
2035.
2035.
Okay.
So we should not be panicked.
Are you a prophet, sir?
Yeah, God revealed to me. I have to say it. I've already said in police station in Abuja.
Okay.
I'm in Lagos today. I have to say it again. For Lagos to hear me.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's just it. So no matter whatever we are facing today, it is God's plan. So that's just it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Morning to you all in the studio. If at all there is something good about the news, open your pages and of newspapers now. All you hear is killings, and billions and trillions of dollars stolen away by your so-called rulers all over the country. Your president is in Japan now looking for investors, according to him, while the ones in the country are closing down because of insecurities and high cost of electricity. The only factory or industry that is working in full capacity today is churches, corruption, kidnapping, and politics. Please, Tinubu, come back home and do the needful. Mayor from Ikotu-Egbe. Thank you very much, Mayor. Now let's call a spade a spade. Let's pick this call before we continue with our messages. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning.
Can you move away from your radio TV set? We're getting the whole.
Okay. All right. You can hear me now, right?
Good.
Go on. Good morning. My name is Chibuz. I'm calling from Ikotu.
Chibuz from Ikotu. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Good one for your second analysis. Good one for him. I think I love the way he analyzed.
Okay.
Solo, do you know what? Do you know the advice I give to Nigerians? See, for me, because I have watched these our leaders, I don't think there is any amount of talk or advice, that will stop them from losing our money. So for me, what I will advise Nigerians is just calm down. Then next, according to the way your analysis said, he said about ADC convention, that everybody should wait that ADC convention. So for me, I will also advise them to wait to exercise patience. Then let's see the outcome of that convention. But I strongly believe that good thing, they will bring a good representative that will fight this APC. So that's my advice for Nigeria.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's call a spade a spade. If INEC could conduct a free, fair, and credible election today based on the present situation, the current president cannot win. So all the HM Yesum Wike is saying raising his shoulders so high is because of the usual rigging tactics that they have been using in the past. The only way forward is to ensure that the electoral reform bill is signed into law before the 2027 general elections. Finally, minimum wage is 70,000 naira, which can only buy a bag of rice. Yet the salary of political office holders is about to be increased. Is this not wickedness? God bless Nigeria. Timitokwe Onatoye from Ijagemo community. Thank you very much, Timitokwe. Hello. Hello. Okay. From Mazi Ugochukwu, aka Elder General Isheri Oshun, all those security charlatans that strip the youth copper naked in Anambra State should be jailed by now. Our leaders should forget about social media and find solutions to our problems. Please, Governor Sanwo-Olu, we need overhead bridge in Toyota bus stop, Ladipo. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Solomon, good morning.
Your name, where you're calling from?
I'm Evangelist Israel from Idib.
Okay, go on, sir.
Yeah, I love your analysis. The man with autism is an experienced man. And he's telling Africa to rise up because Africa has no reason to be hungry. You see, Nigerian leaders are filled by spirit because what brought them to power is the spirit where they came from.
Okay.
They are not written by thought thinking. None of them is written by the Spirit of God. They don't have compassionate heart. We lack it in Nigeria. And tribalism has set us against each other. Tribalism is the beginning of our downfall. God will say that the righteousness exalts a nation. After you calm down, the Yoruba should calm down. Let us reason together as a brother and sister. Because fighting cannot give us anything. If you overpower me and kill me, God will kill you. So let us respect God and come close. Tinubu is not written as a good leader. He doesn't care about the people. So they should join together and remove him. And also, the whole party should come together and remove INEC. Our voting from INEC. Let INEC be our servant. INEC should not be our Lord. So INEC is the one killing us.
Okay.
If we're going to borrow a vote to do our election, let us go come and help us. But INEC is killing us. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, VOP family. The purpose of any government of any country is the security of lives and property of people. But what we are witnessing in Nigeria today is far from it. Our politicians, though, thought the purpose of being in government is how to win and win election and to remain in power as long as they lived. If not, how can all this killing continue to go on in our nation daily? And our politicians are busy strategizing on how to win 2027 election. I asked, how far is the marching order of President Tinubu to security agents to stop the killing in Benue State? Any result? President Tinubu is seeking for extra seat in UN, but the 36 states he has secured in Nigeria are under siege by bandits. What is Mr. President doing to stop the killing going on in Katsina, Benue, Zamfara, Plateau, Niger states, to mention but a few, before things completely get out of hand as far as security is concerned? I laugh when the security said former CEO of NNPCL carry is placed on watch list, as they say they don't know where he is. Let's be serious for once in the country for Nigeria. Benjamin from Shugunle. Thank you very much, Benjamin. Hello.
Yes.
Can you move away from your radio TV set? We're getting a hall back.
My name is Leonard from Yaba.
Move away from your radio and TV set, Leonard.
Let me tell you, what we need most.
Some of them will just call and just talk away. Good morning. Rufai is asking what we want in Nigeria, and I want to tell Rufai that we want a visionary leader like Peter Obi. Leo from Lagos. Thank you very much, Leo from Lagos. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Yeah, this is Mr. Mba from Ilasamaja.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Mba.
Yeah, Mr. Mba wants to talk about the killing in the Katsina State. And yeah, you laid in your headlines this morning, and also a fourth attack in Plateau. Yes,
I want to say that you see all the debt, both on Sunday, both on Monday. Have you seen? I'm talking to the Nigerian now. Have you seen a tweet or conduct message from president or from spokesperson of president or any of these rulers comforting those people who are being massacred? You know, this is not killing. This is a massacre in a country. You understand? Have you seen any conduct message to all those leaders, call themselves governors, call themselves senators, call themselves representatives? Do you see any conduct message to comfort those people that have been massacred, the family of those people that have been massacred? The reason is because they are not there for you people. But I think this is one of them that have died, or that have won their daughters or their father have died. You see, president of this country sending conduct visit for them because the life of a common citizen of this country doesn't mean anything for them. And that is why they will massacre up to 37. And yes, president have never commented. President have never president have never talked about that. I tell you, those people who are seeing all this happening in Nigeria and yet they support one Nigeria, they will pay for it. They will pay for it. One Nigeria is a shame. One Nigeria is a shame. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, VOP. This present government is just floating on the air and without any visionary agenda. Any government that came in under deceitful means will never make any positive change. I believe that 2027 will be a great turnaround for Nigeria and the masses' vote must surely count. Have a blessed day. From HRHBC Nwoko in Oshodi. Thank you very much. Good morning, VOP. Steve Ikelu from Maryland. It's laughable that the salary of president and other government officials is to be increased. How much of this increase will make the difference compared to the whooping contract deals, allowances, and other sordid means of making humongous money by this set of people? Perhaps Melikiari has not openly declared to APC. That is why we're having this press attack on him. Nothing will come out of Melikiari's case. May God help this nation. There is no rift between Wike and Makinde. It's all about game plan to further put PDP apart against 2027 election. Stevie Kilu, Maryland. Thank you very much. Good morning, Mr. Solomon on radio. How's life with you, sir? Thank you very much. Life is good by God's grace. The issue of Russia and Ukraine of time, if not taken, it may escalate to be a world war. A kilo from Imo Airport Road. Thank you very much. We pray against it. We hope that will not be the case. Hi, my take is let Nigerian Airways know the truth work and stop this on forwarding move on our airport. See, Ethiopia is being the plane to Nigeria work. Can't Nigeria? Oh God. My take is for Obi to join a strong northern candidate so Bat will not make mistake of 2023 again. Simple. Johnson from Festac. Thank you very much, Johnson from Festac. That's it. Solo, good morning. The rift between Wike and Makinde would never stop. It's all about betrayal of Wike and Umahi to the former G5s. And all that happened then is only Umahi and Wike that benefited, which means they used the rest to achieve the gain. Makinde will never give Wike peace market. To me, I would suggest that all PDP members should leave Wike to head everything in every department in PDP, and let's see how he will manage the PDAPC most greedy and shameless creature. Sati from Orishunbari. Thank you very much, Sati. Mr. Solo, there is no way for this nation until we have a reform of the electoral law. Let INEC be independent indeed, and then we'll go to the polls. Chibuzov from Ikeja. Good morning, Solomon. Tell people not to worry about the past. Did all of those that are in ADC. There may be armed robbers or whatever people are calling them. When you're calling them bad names, what do you call those who are ruling us down? God will always use the materials on ground to perfect what he wants. I'm Gideon. Thank you very much, Gideon. Good morning, Solomon. This revelation of altered election results is grossly immaterial, and those confessing that LP won the latest election should be ashamed of themselves, confessing when they had helped the perpetrators to wreak havoc on Nigerians. Where were there at the time the Supreme Court called for witnesses? They should rather cover their faces in shame for causing us severe pain. The coalition should forge ahead beyond the convention to ensure they restore the lost hope of Nigerians. Tony Anele Ijagemo, thank you very much. Good morning, VOP. The state that has commissioners of police from another ethnic group in Nigeria is already having the worst hit of terrorist and judicial killings. I suspect something smelling. Okay. My name is Mr. Charles Amade from Ogun State. Your guest did a good job in all of his analysis. Tinubu may be good in political strategy, but he is clueless when it comes to reforming the economy. For ADC, we should be calm until the outcome of the convention. Good morning, VOP. Since this man Tinubu has been traveling, how many investors does he bring to this country? What a country. INEC is the problem we are having today in the time of elections. Please, electoral reform is urgently needed before 2027. Michael from Elijah, Ondo State. Thank you very much. He's like INEC chairman charm this nation. Nobody's talking about him. He's one that put us in this problem. Somebody that went around announcing president results at 3 a.m. Elder Deacon Owo Mafuluku, Ushudi, Lagos. Thank you very much. I'm looking at time to okay, good morning, sir. Please tell Tinubu to release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Thanks, from Gabriel in Ajuwon. Greetings to you, Solomon. Please, I your tech from Arena Market. The solution to our problem is for all Nigerians to call for electoral reform. Without that, INEC will continue with their shenanigan, and Mr. Tinubu will go for third term bid. And for Mr. Wike, let him know that God is watching. Let them release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Prince Ayotech. Thank you very much. Good morning, Solomon. What of Ikami Judah? Ikami Judah is on leave. Standing in for him for this week, so he'll be back on Monday. For now, it's Solomon Ofem standing in for Ikami Judah, who is resting his voice. Okay, Solomon, good morning. Good morning, VOP. If Nigerians were a country where law works, Wike is supposed to be in jail by now. How can a government worker be behaving like Wike? He goes free. Michael from Aswani. Thank you very much, Michael. Let me pick this one call before I go. Good morning.
Good morning, Solomon.
Thank you for joining us on the show. Please, 1 minute because we have to sign off. Your name, where you're calling from.
My name is Mayor. What I want to ask Nigerians is that, assuming INEC try to do reform, or government tries to pass a electoral bill that will bring a reform, what I want to ask is, what will they do in 2027? That should be the question. Will they allow the people to this thing to happen again, to happen again? That should be the turning, the line of thought presently, because INEC and this government may not, they are two sides of the same coin. They might not carry the electoral reform. So what are we going to do to salvage our country? Because we cannot continue like this. That should be the line of thought of Nigeria. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you. Have a blessed day. Okay, time for us to go. We'll be right back at 10:30 for the part 2 of this show. Subscribe to all our social media handles. Follow us on all our social media handles at VOP903FM. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at VOP903FM. We'll be right back once again at 10:30 for the part 2 of this show. I am Solomon Ofem. Stay tuned to VOP 90.3 FM for the continuation of all our programs. Again, Solomon Ofem signing out. I'll be right back at 10:30 a.m.